Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much. I can remember being a child in the late 70s and early 80s, and I was fascinated with global and geopolitical events. And there was a dream back then that someday the United States could achieve energy independence. But see, at the time, there were long gas lines, there was an oil embargo. And I remember people were worried and they were concerned and they were scared. But this dream that seemed more like a pipe dream, we're on the cusp of achieving it now, of American energy independence. And it's remarkable to me that this administration and our friends across the aisle seem to be intent on us fumbling that ball. And unfortunately and unwittingly, their efforts are emboldening our enemies by hamstringing our own energy industry. Canceling the Keystone Pipeline was a horrible idea. And the fact of the matter is, since 2000, the United States has been not only a leader in energy production in the world, but also in reducing CO2 emissions. And these are both remarkable achievements. And we should do everything in our power to continue to facilitate this kind of success. And the energy industry, let us not forget, is responsible for 10 million high-paying jobs in this country. And it's also a national security issue. We had a few months back, former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo in Washington. And he talked to us about how he felt empowered as America's top diplomat on the world stage with foreign leaders because they wanted to engage with the United States. One of the primary and specific reasons was because of our abundance of fossil fuels. But some of the folks in Congress seem to be intent on us letting Venezuela and Iran and China and Russia, countries that aren't as committed to the safety, they don't have the protocols and the precautions and the procedures and the commitment to safety that we do in this country. That's why we should be exploring offshore and drilling Alaska and Keystone and the Keystone Pipeline, because this country, when we produce energy, it's safer for the environment. It's better for everyone on the planet. And there is a definite moral case to be made for the fossil fuel industry and fossil fuels as a whole. In 1900, the life expectancy in this country was under 50 years of age, about 46. Now, before COVID, it was 79 years. That's 72% increase. And that's for all races and creeds are living longer today, primarily because of this industry. And our goal for everyone should be that human beings on this, not only in our country, but on the planet, are allowed to live productive and meaningful lives. And if we want cleaner energy, we should unleash the expertise of the energy industry, because they have shown and they've proven themselves to be innovators. And we had a committee hearing demonizing the oil industry a few months back. And one of the witnesses then were saying about, we're going to be judged in history. In fact, one of our colleagues just said that, made some rather hyperbolic comments about how the future is being set on fire. But of course, crying that the sky is going to fall by 2028, these dire predictions won't come true. And in 2038, they won't come true, just like so many have in 2000 that said that Florida would be underwater by 2020. They're not. But we will be judged by our actions today, and we will be judged in history, just like so many of our folks in the Democratic majority that are going on wild multi-trillion-dollar deficit spending binges that they're saddling our future generations, our children, my sons, with a crushing debt and forcing them into an inevitable and untenable financial crisis. So if we want more abundant and inexpensive and cleaner energy, which we all should do, these witnesses here should be the ones that we are supporting and applauding and not demonizing. Madam Chair, thank you, and I yield back.